14-year-old boy and his sister, who was 16. Their videos are all over social media, having sexual intercourse, brother and sister. The whole internet was broken in the UK with these videos. The boy's ex happened to have access to the videos and then posted them all over the internet. And people are screaming, going to stream and all that, just because they're underage. I can't even post their pictures. Their mom right now is hospitalized with asthma because she had an attack when she realized what happened. How did it get so that a 14-year-old and his 16-year-old sister would have multiple sexual relationships and recorded it, have videos of themselves doing that? Listen, as a parent, I will tell you one thing today, because I mentor a lot of underage children and I mentor a lot of young adults. Children nowadays are more curious than when we grew up. There are some certain pointers you must start to instill in your children from age 5 or even less than 5. I must tell you this with all sincerity. Children are more curious about sex than you can ever think of, whether you want to accept it or not. Because they do that, your graga, they do in Jesus' name, they do all those things. There are some basic things your children are not learning from you. Some basic things you're not teaching them. Your children need to know about sex before it gets out of hand. I am telling you this as a parent. My children know so much because I speak to them, I talk to them. We went to a friend's house one day. My 6-year-old told a friend, who happens to be a boy, stop kissing your sister on the lips. You're only allowed to kiss your sister on her cheeks. And guess what? The little boy and the girl's mother was right there when my daughter was telling them. And she was taken aback. She was like, that she didn't see anything wrong. I said, that is how grooming starts. Whether you want to accept it or not, this was grooming. Grooming right under the woman's nose. And she never saw it coming. She never saw what was happening in her home. You do not know anything about your children if you do not speak to them. If you do not chat with them always, you might not know what is happening to your children. It is very important to create that little time to hear what your children have to say. If they're not saying nothing, speak to them. Ask questions. I always tell my girls that they are very beautiful. My big daughter, who is just 19, I told her on her 18th birthday, I say, I am confident that you're ready to face the world. She is not biologically mine, but she wouldn't have it if you tell her that she's not biologically my child. My children hear from me and dad every day how beautiful they are. They don't need to hear it from outsiders. Even when they offend us, there are some things we learn to swallow, take a step back and come back to address later. I beg, go look after